Do you want to buy a town in South Dakota?
For how much?
It's $400,000
For a whole town?
for a whole town.
What's the square footage?
I don't know,
I'm just kidding.
but it's called Swett.
Swett.
Yeah, it's available for less than $500,000. It's
Swett, North Dakota.
I think its population is 2. If you've ever dreamed of owning,
Those two people are genius.
yeah,
They're genius.
they ran everybody out of town.
No, they just moved out in the middle of nowhere. Each built a house, called it a town, and now they're gonna sell it for $400,000.
Yeah,
You can buy our whole town.
get out there. and it's-
$400,000.
2
It's a
shacks.
steal. Right. Right. We owned from that tree to them trees over there. You know, like, it's a town. What are you talking about? Population 2.
And this can all be yours.
You only need more than one person. Just one more person to call it a town.
For 2 easy payments of $200,000.
I Wikipedia'd it.
If you've ever dreamed of owning your own town, you'll find your shot south of the Badlands. For $399,000, you can own Swett, a teeny tiny town of just 2 residents. Oh, shut up with your fucking alliterations. Owner Lance Benson and his wife. Oh, so it's just a couple. It's not even 2 dudes. About 70 miles outside the Badlands, and it's
Outside the Badlands. Well, I can't believe there's actually a part of the planet that is still called the Badlands.
yeah. I think there's a Badlands in Utah
Besides Detroit. Like, Detroit should be called the Badlands.
too. Right.
I got a connecting flight in the Badlands.
Yeah.
I'm real nervous.
I love that the name is Swett too. SWETT. They have like a tavern and shit. Just like them two by themselves drinking in the tavern. Well, I don't think anybody's coming in tonight.
It's like always like 110 degrees there.
Yeah.
Why do they call it sweat? And the guy's just raining.
Yeah.
It's just raining off his face.
They spelled it wrong.
Wait,
dumb.
North Dakota. Badlands. It sounds like I don't even know where the fuck North Dakota is. Is that desert?
I have
The
no
tundra?
idea.
Is it the tundra?
Well, it isn't. It is in South Dakota. I think it's just called the Badlands because of the
Because a lot of bad people live there.
or because Native Americans lived there or something, and that's what they called it back in the day.
It's where all the shitholes live. It's like the worst place in the country to live.
I think it has something to do with the geography. I'm not really sure though. Like just unforgiving
Terrain.
Yeah, like not a lot of trees and stuff.
Tons of bears and
Yeah.
badgers and mountain lions and malaria.
Malaria.
SARS.
Yeah, sure. Throw SARS in there.
They're like on their 5th SARS outbreak.
Between the two of them. They just keep giving it to each other.
Oh shit.
The price tag includes more than 6 acres of prairie land, a garage turned tire shop, a home, 3 trailers, and the pride of Swett. It's a bar. This is so stupid.
Wait a minute. They actually have a bar in the town?
It's called Swett Tavern. A local watering hole that's been a gathering place for decades. Between the two of them, carries the town's name for good reason. It basically is Swett. The town's owners have changed a handful of times. Its grocery store came and went because there's only one person. One person's running to the register. The other person's shopping.
Right.
One person's running the freight. They take turns. One's manager one day. Changed hands. The owners have changed a handful of times. Most of its population, owned by a farmer named Swett. Okay, so that's what his name was, Swett. Interesting. Most of its population, which only ever amassed about 40 people at its peak in the 1940s, fled to bigger cities. Their homes are gone now too. But the tavern has stayed. A stone's throw off Highway 18 with its back against the tall prairie grasses for as long as anyone can remember. Okay, they're starting to get South Dakota on me. For as long as anybody can remember.
Yeah, so like, I can see why the bar is still there. Because I'm
Yeah.
sure that's the only thing there is to do.
It's the only attraction.
And they got to make their own booze.
Yeah. Because nobody's shipping out there.
Because it's in the Badlands.
Right.
Fucking ain't going there.
Let's say you had 500 grand and you were dead set on buying a town and you bought Swett. What would you do with it? Would you
Build casinos.
There you go.
And whorehouses.
Of course. It just goes straight to debauchery. The second Devin buys it. Would you change the name?
Probably not in that order. I probably have to make money off the whorehouses first.
They're cheaper. Cheaper to the startup cost, I would imagine.
Well,
is
yeah,
cheaper.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
You just got to get yourself some hoes. And
Some
just,
bouncers.
go recruiting.
Yeah.
Go to fucking Detroit. Say, you girls ever see Green Acres?
Come up to Swett.
Yeah.
That's what you could call it. You could call the stripper, the strip house, strip club. Fuck. The strip club, the Swett.
And I could call all my hookers sweat hogs.
There you Sweat hogs?
Change my name to Cotter.
Cotter?
Yeah, it was an old show.
Oh.
And all the students on the show were called sweat hogs.
Oh, okay.
Somebody out there got that joke.
Right over my head.
Somebody out there got it.
Yeah.
I hope. Somebody's old enough.
Yeah, somebody got it for sure.
But anyway, yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I would do. It depends. Depends how many miles of Badlands I got between me and the next town.
Well, it's a 6-acre town, and
It's only 6 acres.
that's what it says.
Dude, I got friends in New York with backyards that big.
That's true. But it's a whole town.
It's not a town.
It's a backyard.
It's a fucking...
It's a $400,000 backyard.
It's not even a neighborhood.
Yeah.
Town.
Hey, I think there are 3 trailers and a home.
It's not even a street. It's like...
You're officially against Swett? See, I would expand it like crazy, and I would make everything a Swett pun.
Yeah, but you only own 6 acres. Who owns the land around you?
Fucking me soon.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You better make some money with your 6 acres.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're going to do that.
Just, I'd build something called the Swett Lodge, the Sweaty Pit, which is a hotel.
The sweaty pit.
And it's, just keep doing that over and over again.
Just capitalize on Swett. Make some t-shirts.
Yeah. Ye old sweatshop.
Start your own podcast.
Yeah.
The Sweaty Show.
Yeah, the Sweaty Show. out of Swett, it's the Sweaty Show. Today we're broadcasting from Swett Tavern. Tomorrow we'll be broadcasting from Swett Lodge.
Our guest on the show is another one of the Sweat Hogs. Today we have Carla.
Carla Swett.
How you doing, Carla?
Yeah. And everybody would call me Admiral Swett.
You're looking pretty moist.
Thanks, Admiral Swett, I am.
Because it's fucking always it doesn't even make any sense. Because it's not hot. It's not in a hot area. Nobody's sweating in fucking, where is it, South Dakota?
South Dakota.
At least it's South Dakota. Could have been worse. Could have been North Dakota.
Yeah.
Or it's even colder.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Sounds like a shit deal.
It is a shit deal. It's
I'll give you-
absolutely a shit deal.
I'll give you 10 grand for that town.
I'd give him $200. $200 and whatever old McDonald's food I had from the real town that I just came from.
I'd give him 10 grand just so I could fucking feel like king of my own fucking town. Yeah. And I could just like drive around in my big convertible Cadillac like Boss Hog. Fuck yeah. And just be
king for a day.
Yeah, and just be fucking king of the Sweat Hogs.
Bring all your ladies up there.
Which I will import
You see all this?
from
all
various
of this is mine.
depressed areas around the country.
Yeah.
Go to Niagara Falls, New York, recruit some hoes.
Man, this population is going to be like 800 Sweat Hogs in Devon.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I only got 6 acres. What else am I going to do with it? I need a bar and 6 whorehouses.
Yeah. And maybe a couple of bedrolls for them to sleep on.
And it'll be like what was the movie where the whores had their own fucking town? Was it Sin City? It was Sin City, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think it was Sin City.
I think it was Sin City.
Fuck.
Was it black and white?
Yeah, it was kind of black and white. It wasn't really black and white. It was like black and white, but they would colorize certain shit.
Yeah. I think that is Sin City.
Yeah.
If that's what you're thinking of, that's definitely Sin City. Yeah.
So
and they had like the Japanese hooker.
That's right.
Yeah,
she was all badass.
Yeah, that movie is sick as fuck.
I got to get me one of those. Mm-hmm. A ninja hoe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should be my security force. Mm-hmm. That's right. Because you got to
hack
protect
up all
the
the truckers that try.
No, dude, the guys will be coming from miles around.
Yeah.
You
all
know?
the creepy ass truckers.
They'll be making the trek through the Badlands. Mm-hmm. Because I got the best hoes around.
Because you recruited them all
for 500 miles.
How are you gonna pay all the hoes? Just straight business. You think like you bring them out there and it's just straight business?
What do you mean? How do I pay the hoes?
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's in the Badlands. I'm just wondering, like how do you drive business to your new town?
Oh, word gets around.
Oh, okay.
When there's an entire town devoted to prostitution, word travels.
Swett.
Yeah. I'll put it on the internet.
They work hard. They sweat.
I'll have a Facebook page.
Yeah.
Word will get around. Mm-hmm. Telling you.
We live in the 21st century. No, I got you. I'm all on board.
Just because it's out in the Badlands doesn't mean, that I can't get satellite internet.
True.
You can get that shit anywhere.
True.
Get it on a fucking RV. Mm-hmm. You'd be driving around. You'd be driving across country with a fucking dish on the top of my RV. Mm-hmm. Be able to Facebook about my sweaty town.
In the Badlands.
In the Badlands. That's right. And if I make enough money, I could build a road to the highway through the Badlands.
Yeah.
With a toll booth.
There you go. Toll booth on either side.
Got to pay a toll to get into Ho-Town. Mm-hmm. I got to change the name. Sweat's not working for me.
Mm. Unless you were going to take my Swett idea and change everything's name to Swett.
Change my last name to Scagnetti.
There you go.
Mayor Scagnetti.
Scagnetti.
Get me a Boss Hog car with the fucking horns on the front. You know what I'm talking about.
I could honestly kind of picture it in a weird way.
I'd have to gain like 60 pounds.
Yeah.
All in the gut.
But who cares? Because you're the only guy from miles around.
I'm fucking king.
Yeah, you're king. You're king of Swett.
King of Swett.
We're almost done, by the way.
All right. We're done.
We're done. See you tomorrow, I guess.
Maybe.
If
I'm still alive.
Or maybe you'll emigrate to Swett by the time I'll come here.
Maybe I'll just go take that town over.
Yeah. There's only two people. You could beat them up.
Right. They're like, you got my 400 grand. I'm like, whap. With a baseball bat. My town.
Go up to the population sign, erase 2, and write 1.
Right. Just go take that town. It's in the middle of nowhere. It's a town.
Yeah.
So any other cop from any other town wouldn't be in his jurisdiction. So once I walk on the property and club them both over the head and say, this is my town, no cop has jurisdiction.
Mm-hmm. You could just say that they were a rebel uprising.
Right. And I'm my own goddamn sheriff in my own town.
You have a little plastic sheriff's star
no,
that you
it's
got
not
from
even.
the dollar store right when you got there.
Not even. It's like made out of cardboard.
Yeah.
I cut it with scissors.
On the drive up.
Fucking one of these post office shipping boxes.
Yeah.
And a pair of scissors. I actually cut the little star out. It's all uneven. Looks like it was made by a fucking grade schooler.
You just scratch Devin into it with your finger. Like you kind of just make an imprint of Devin into the cardboard.
So it looks embossed.
Yeah.
See, you're getting like better than I would have done. I would have just grabbed a Sharpie.
Yeah.
And just wrote sheriff on it in an arc. Of course, I run out of room.
Yeah. So it has to curve down a little bit. Yeah. So the last 2 F's are down.
Yeah. The last F is actually under the other F because I ran out of room. Because it's my town.
Swett was a gold mine today. All right.
Peace.
Later.